everybody, it's Bri and Raiko here to do BJD Addicts prompt number 37, there we go, numbers, which is all about telling loved ones including family, friends, compatriots, assorted people who interact with you and your dolls or probably will. So the first people I told were probably my friends because they happened to be around. The first time I heard about BJDs was at I was looking at a schedule for, I think it was NecoCon 2 years ago, NecoCon 2014, 2013, one of those. And on the schedule they had a BJD tea party, and I had no idea what that was, but I was down for tea party. So I started looking them up, and they were gorgeous, and I got to the point where I wanted one, but I'd never seen one, and they were really expensive, so I'm just like, I gotta wait, I gotta figure out what's going on. And so once I was sure I wanted one, my friends obviously knew because I'd been sitting there scrolling through dolls during anime night. So they were kind of freaked out by them for a little while, just because, I mean, people seem to have this fear of dolls. I think movies and stories have something to do with that, and I mean, the uncanny valley thing, I mean, they're humanoid, humanish. So they knew first, and then when I got Raleigh, when he finally showed up, they all wanted to see him, like, okay, doll, we gotta see it. They were pretty, after that, they were pretty cool with him. He just kind of became this other thing that Bri has in her dorm room, and they kind of helped shape his personality. Like, they had ideas of, you know, what he was like, and nicely we all kind of lined up in what his personality, so it kind of developed from me interacting with them and them interacting with him, and that was a lot of fun. Because I was at college when he showed up, my family didn't know about him. Like, they knew I wanted a doll because for that Christmas that year they contributed money to help me get him, which was incredibly nice, but they were kind of confused because I'd really never shown any interest in any type of doll before in my life. Like, I was never into Barbie or Polly Pocket or Bratz or whatever when I was younger, and so there's like, well, this is new. So, my mother talked to me about it. She said some very strange things concerning my grandmother, because the one I showed her first, that I wanted originally, was the Doll Zone, Zoe, I think that was his name, and my Mom didn't think my grandmother would be comfortable helping me get this doll because it looked like something she didn't approve of, and it wasn't, and that was a weird personal thing, but in the end, Raleigh exists, and that's kind of the point. When I first brought him home, they were kind of curious about him. My youngest sister was a little bit like, doll. The middle one was, I don't think she really cares what's in my room either way. And my father asked me how much he was, and so when I told him, his face just kind of went, and then he was okay. And so after that, as I started getting more dolls, they kind of got more used to what was happening and like, okay, this is something Bri's just gonna have in her room, and that's just it. As my dolls have gotten subsequently more expensive, Alder was actually cheaper than Raleigh, but Raiko was definitely the most expensive of the bunch. It kind of became is that what you want to spend your money on? But after a while it was, I work, I make my own money, have at it, everyone has hobbies. So yeah, that was kind of me telling my loved ones. When friends would come over to my dorm for the first time, they kind of had several things. My roommate jokingly kind of put rules on them of they're not allowed to have glow-in-the-dark eyes or I will throw stuffed animals at you. But I mean, if I'd actually gotten glow-in-the-dark eyes, she probably would have thrown the animals, but then I would have kept them and thrown them back, so we had an interesting relationship that involved a lot of throwing of stuffed animals. But she didn't object. My suite mates didn't really object. My friends who didn't live in the unit didn't really object. It was kind of like, I mean, we all had hobbies, and Emily, who's been on the channel before, she cross stitches, and I got her into dolls, so that's a success story. One of my friends actually kind of a digression. She and I hadn't seen each other in a few years, and so when we finally got back together again, we started talking like, what have you been up to? We haven't seen each other since like the end of middle school. What's up? She said she'd recently gotten into Asian ball joint dolls, and I'm just like, talk to me. But she didn't have one yet, and she came home and she saw mine and started playing with them, and she's just like, these are great. So I guess in the experience of telling loved ones or telling friends and other people, it's been pretty positive. I mean, the only negative experiences I've had were kind of my father's side of my extended family. They've been kind of rude about them, and so I don't really share with them anymore. This has kind of been an ongoing thing in my life of my dad's side of the family makes fun of whatever I'm into, whether that's music or fashion or dolls, and so I kind of just don't share things with them anymore. I mean, like, I'll talk to them, but not fun. Anyway, back to happy things, like nice dolls. So like the people I live with, my close friends, telling them and having them interact with them has just been, okay, this is the thing you've got. Cool. So I'd love to hear what other people's reaction of family members or friends or whatever were. I hope that no one was, berated or had a bunch of negative experiences, because it's sad when the people you share something you're really into with, I mean, not everyone's gonna be as enthusiastic, but it's sad when they kind of go the completely other direction and make fun of you or whatever. So yeah, those are my stories of introducing other people to my happy resin family and slightly vinyl family. So until next time, bye.